you're not looking at other people anymore. Like, I need to be like them. Smell good, look good, feel good. We're on our way to the beach. I have to do this kind of fast because I've 11, 12, 1. I kind of want to be back in an hour, but then again, I'm like, I brought my laptop just in case I can be on the road on a Zoom call. This should be fine regardless. Yeah, so you guys come along for the ride. I just actually took some studio product shots real quick, and then when I come back, like, I'll show you guys how I'm editing, and it'll be a nice little beach shoot. I did not bring my tripod, so we will see. And I can go get it, but I just do not feel like it, y'all. It'd be a lot when you have like a lot of equipment and you just like want to kind of like get on with the day. But I'll find a rock or something to sit you guys on so you guys can see the whole little process and whatnot. But until we get to the beach, peace. You guys, the universe continues to let me know that I am a blessed being, okay? This lady, I was getting ready to pay for parking, and this lady gave me her ticket. It's like $6, but it's just like, that is just amazing. The last time I was here, actually, I didn't get a ticket, but my friend did. And so for me to get this, it's just, I've been really thinking about my own personalized energy. A lot of people say that I'm lucky, but I really don't think that it is that I'm lucky. I think that I trust the universe in a different way. You know, action is a lot to do with like what you receive in the world, you know, universal law. So okay guys, so I'm starting here. I really like how the light is hitting this, but I'm gonna just start in this area and keep it real cute. Look at the rocks. A lot to work with over here. I'm getting back used to it, but let's dive right in, okay? Because obviously I'm feeling spicy right now, but I got a comment talking about how I don't get to the point. But baby, if you're on my channel, I'm gonna get to the point when I get to the point, okay, Miss Ting? But anyways, here is the video that I've been wanting to make for a minute. I think I've kind of touched on this subject before about like your North Node and astrology, but I really didn't make a whole video for it. So this will be the revelation, okay? And nobody really tells you about this kind of stuff unless you're into astrology, or if you have the privilege of having parents that maybe have taught you along the way. I personally did not have that. I was raised in a very fluid home. I wouldn't say very dominated by religion. My grandmother is Catholic, but it's not like we went to church. I went to Catholic school at some point. My mother was kind of like, oh, we're gonna go to church in this season, and then we didn't go to church. So it was no strict set of spirituality for me growing up. But I've always been kind of into astrology and just like the whole aspect of knowing yourself through a system like astrology. And I also do not hold this as complete spirituality for myself. I'm very, very fluid and open with it. I don't have a strict method of spirituality for myself, but this has really helped me decide and really like well, not even decide, but get to know myself a lot more and really dig deeper into how I operate as a person, what I should be working towards, and the things of the past that kind of like prevent me from moving forward, and how I can distinguish those moments and move past them, because I think that's really important. Like, it's always going to be a different opportunity and a different situation and how it plays out in our life, and we always want to know the energy that we're working with and understand our own energy. And on the internet these days, it's like so, I mean, we live in the digital age. We live in an age where it is so easy to access and see other people's successes and their lifestyles and what they do and what works for them. And we kind of like look at our lives and we're like, well, some people, not everyone, but some people look at their lives and they're kind of like, you know, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing the right things? Am I moving in the right direction for me personally? And I think that's what matters most, is like, you know, you could see people thriving or even maybe doing something that they are not destined to really be doing, but it's all about what works for you at the end of the day and how you use your energy to get to the destination that your soul wants you to fulfill. So stick around, guys, if you want to know how the North Node can really show you how to dig deeper into yourself and move forward, not only in your career, but in your life in general. Okay, so what is the North Node initially? The North Node, also called your true node, determines your fate and spiritual purpose that you're meant to fulfill. So these are the shoes that are just, you have to fill. Like, this is something you're stepping into. It's going to show up in your life a lot, and it's going to be something that'll be challenging. It's going to be something that is uncomfortable. That's why I mention a lot, like, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, because that is what really guides you to what you're supposed to fulfill. So let's talk about the South Node, which is the opposite of what you should be doing, but it's not necessarily bad either. It is definitely something that you can pull positive energy from, because nothing is really bad or good. It's really just how you use it. And if your South Node is a master, it's something that you are amazing at knowing, why not utilize the positivity within that? Your South Node is basically your past innate gifts, your whole past life. So I'm going to use me as an example, because obviously this is how you guys will know. But my South Node is in Cancer, which means I have a very, very, very amazing gift at being nurturing, caring, understanding, emotionally intuitive. In past lives, I was probably a mother multiple times. I was probably a housewife. I probably was somebody that kept the home and family unit tight. And I can see that in my life these days, period. Like, I could see how I tap into that in my own family and my personal life, like being the rock or the nurturer in a sense, and being that person that kind of just like holds the balance within the family. And in this lifetime, I'm stepping away from that, because if you know anything about astrology, you have polarities. So like Leo, Aquarius, polarity, you know, so for Cancer, it would be Capricorn. And so Capricorn is more of what I'm stepping into, and being my own boss, being an entrepreneur as I am, and really just taking it for myself, putting my foot down. And I want to talk about like how I even got more into this energy for myself, because I feel like it's something I've always intuitively known that I needed to do. Growing up, home became really uncomfortable, forcing me to want to move out of the state and do things out of my comfort zone. Like, I moved out of Detroit at about like 18 or 19. So understanding and looking back on that now, I thought it was absolutely crazy. I think I moved to Chicago with like $200 and an idea of how to make it there. And I have been through, honestly, like when people say get it out the mud, I have a different, like, I understand get it out the mud from every aspect of that. But putting myself in uncomfortable situations, even moving to Los Angeles on my own, and kind of just being that kind of person that just goes on my own, is what I'm meant to do in this lifetime. And those challenges and things, what I've found in my life moving into my North Node and being in that energy, excite me and make me feel more fulfilled throughout life. So that's why I want to talk about this on my channel, because I just want to make sure that, like, or just give the information out there that if somebody is feeling like they aren't finding their purpose or feeling fulfilled, maybe they're leaning more in their South Node than they are their North Node, and maybe you just need to get a little bit uncomfortable. Trust the universe will carry you to go into your North Node energy. Now that we talked about the nodes, I kind of want to talk about the 10th house as well, which the 10th house is basically how the world sees you. And I think that's important as well to know and understand now that you have your energy down of what you are supposed to be moving in your direction. And if you guys need help to understand like what's your North Node, your True Node, your South Node, and all that kind of stuff, you can go to Astro Cafe, get your whole natal chart, but look at your chart and see where your North Node is. I'll put some links or like pictures up to see how you can see that for yourself. And then from there you can kind of explore the rest of your chart. But like just for this video's sake, we're gonna like talk about just where to find the North Node. So the 10th house is basically your career house. It's how the world takes in the things that you do. I want to mention a few people's 10th house in this video, celebrities wise, just because I feel like it's a better picture of like what you guys can see. So Cancer 10th house is what I have, so we'll do celebrities with Cancer 10th house. Yeah, we have okay, we have top tier. Okay, 10th house Cancer. I'm just swinging. Okay, and it's actually like some shoes to fill. Okay, we got Beyonce in there. We have Leonardo DiCaprio. Jennifer Lopez. We have Britney Spears. We have Jennifer Aniston. Okay. We have Bill Clinton. We have Avril Lavigne. We have Kendrick Lamar, Dwayne Johnson. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar really quick. I really like to use him as an example when it comes to Cancer MC, because he puts a lot of emotion into the work that he does, and it is felt. It is always going to be felt. Every album he has ever made is felt at your heart's core, and that is a very, very Cancer power. It's a nurturing thing. He really knows how to, in his art, nurture everyone's emotions in a way and kind of take you on an emotional ride. Very, very Cancer-like. So you see what I mean? Like, you see how it plays out when you understand. And he might not understand, but I guarantee you Kendrick Lamar knows his 10th house is in Cancer. Everybody that is, you know, really amazing at what they do have tapped into and understood how their energy personally works and how they're supposed to put it into the world. After you understand this, you probably are wondering, when is it best to kind of tap into these energies? You know, you might be in your early 20s and you're like, well, I don't really care, you know, or you might be in high school watching me, who knows? You might be older watching me. I don't know. I really believe that at any age you can step into whatever energy you want to do and fulfill whatever your soul is trying to do in this world. Because I mean, all we have is time, but the sooner you step into that destiny, the quicker you are able to kind of live out that life on this earth in that energy. I would say honestly, before your first Saturn return, which is at 20, mine was at 20, and I moved to Chicago at like 18, and that kind of like started the very first grunt work of me moving into my North Node. And it was hard, baby. It was not easy, but we did what we had to do to get to where we got to go. And so I'm just leaving my second Saturn return, which will end next year. So it was another cycle of Saturn coming to kind of like check on if I'm using my North Node abilities, if I'm really working on that. And so maybe I'll make a video on North Node and how, you know, I mean, not North Node, but your Saturn returns and how it plays out with your North Nodes and how you can kind of like adjust that personally to you and your career anywhere around that area, because then your other Saturn return is not going to be till 50. And by then people are mostly retired and, you know, living their life fully out. So another thing I want to say before we end this video completely is that this is going to be a lifelong journey for you. This is nothing that, you know, is going to happen overnight. It's not something that, you know, you do one day and it's going to be perfect for the rest of your life. Understanding your North Node energy and your South Node energy, it's just something you'll live with until the end of time here. And you choose every time. We have free will. We have free will to be all we want to be. If you want to be comfortable in this life your entire life, it's your choice. But if you really want to challenge yourself, be yourself fully, really get the fulfillment that your soul is desiring in this lifetime, you will definitely face your North Node, and it's different for everybody. It's gonna be a different expression. It's gonna require a different amount of, you know, just energy from you. Honestly, me understanding that I've been in my North Node since 20, it is literally the hardest thing when you first get into it, because I was emotional. I was just like, it was so many different things. And like, even this Saturn return, it was hard, but it wasn't, I would say I reaped more blessings with my second Saturn return than I did any devastating things. Like, nothing crazy happened. I kind of was just still getting on my feet. It was more of a spiritual transformation. And, you know, once you understand those elements of your energy and what works for you, life just has a lot more ease to it. You're not looking at other people anymore like, I need to be like them. You understand who you are, and you know what you need to do for your life to get to where you need to go on your journey. So I hope you guys are continuing to master your gaze and loving yourselves and your own energy, okay? Because that's what we do over here, okay? All right. But anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here because my batteries are dying. And I will chat with y'all again. I'm probably gonna have another video soon, maybe a vlog. I'm doing a lot of personal shoots this June, and I will tell you guys why soon. But anyways, stick around.